adventure begins with a Life Aquatic crew gathering at our private island compound. Isola Finta, our home for the next few weeks. We settle into our assigned crew quarters. And immediately start meetings to plan our next steps. Our next adventure would not be easy. And we might not all make it back alive. Join us as we search for the VERDE Constrictor. The Sisters Earhart, Eastern Bloc assassins and experts with knives, hired by the Life Aquatic for our security concerns. Not much is known about the sisters. It is said they have a penchant for the turtle soup. Brian Boom Boom Jackson. He's the MacGyver of the group and can fix anything with duct tape and zip ties. He also likes to blow things up. And then there's me, Eric, Milk Dud Chamberlain. What? Who's been messing with this? And there's me, Captain Courageous, professional explorer and adventurer. Isola Finta, our private island compound, has everything we might need. Here's our water pump station where we convert salt water to fresh water. It works most of the time. And this is our lighthouse we commandeered from the French government. We converted it to a weather station and makeshift lab. It's from here we'll test out all our various gear and gadgets. Satisfied our equipment is in good working order, we settle into the dive and enjoy some of the local flora and fauna. As night falls, we make our way to our final supper. We refer to it as our final supper because we never know who will return from our adventures alive. It's the nature of the work we do, and we all know the risks. Our research reports indicate the VERDE constrictor might be found off an undisclosed island near Venezuela. The next morning, we leave the warm embrace of Isola Finta. We head to the mainland to catch our flights. Puerto La Cruz. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. This is the National Geographic research vessel, Endeavour II. No doubt hot on the trail of the VERDE constrictor also. We got in a bar fight with them later that night, started by the BBC's Attenborough. We departed early the next morning to get a jump on the Nat Geo team. We made our way along the coast to a remote fishing village. It's from here we hired passage to the undisclosed island and our elusive quarry. As we approach the undisclosed island, Boom Boom senses danger in the water just offshore. He readies his team, and they dive to investigate. Cluster mines left over from the infamous skirmishes between the Venezuelan and Dutch during World War II. It's a shame all the coral clustered on the mines would have to be destroyed. After clearing the threat, we dove upon one of the mine's many victims. This was now a tomb, and we were careful not to disturb any of the remains. With the mines clear and the shore safe, we take some well-deserved R&R.
Camera crew coming through. I'm not jumping from up there, I'm not stupid.
As the sun sets, we begin our search for the constrictor. A new day brings renewed hope as our search continues, this time on land. We stumble upon the hui hui flower. The poison from this flower is rumored to be used by the natives in their blow darts. Later that day, while searching along the coast, we come across the natives' village. They must have been aware of our presence. Their fires were still warm, but they were nowhere to be found. We conclude by the size of the doorway, they must stand about 2 feet tall. As the days pass, our confidence grows. We are sure we are on the right path, and the constrictor is not far ahead of us. Back into the water we go. John, the Life Aquatics marine biologist and fish whisperer, spots something. The Paco Nami, camouflaged, deadly. Thank God he spotted it before it spotted us. And here we see the vendetta fish. Its dagger-like appendage on his back is used to exact revenge upon his enemies and those who would do his family harm. And here's the trumpetfish. If you listen carefully, you can hear its call. And finally, real proof we're getting close to the constrictor. The Skoolay squid, a favorite food of the VERDE constrictor. They swim in single file to hide their numbers. And then, without warning, we find the unmistakable signs of the constrictor. And we're off in hot pursuit. We make our way through the crashing waves. We pass through the fire coral. Through the burning red algae bloom. Into the murky depths we continue, when finally we are upon him. It may be the Medusa-like gaze, or perhaps an electrical pulse, but we are sent into an episode of narcosis. I quickly recover and move in for a closer shot. Another induced episode of narcosis. And he's off, no doubt luring us back to his lair. Against our better judgment, we follow. Our muscles burn trying to keep up. We must get the shot. And just like that, he was gone. Our adventure is over now, and we're all safely back home. We won several awards for our documentary. You probably saw that on the television. But as I sit by my window and watch the rain drizzle outside, a waft of smoke curls from my pipe, and I can't help but wonder, was the Verde Constrictor really that much of a threat? Was it as dangerous as we thought? After all, we were the intruders in his domain. Did the Pakonami just want to be left alone? And the natives? Perhaps they were more scared of us than we were of them. We may never have the answers to these questions. But maybe we learned not to jump too hastily to conclusions. Or maybe we learned not to judge a book by its cover. Or maybe, just maybe, we learned not to believe everything we're told. Redfish and bluefish make purple fish.